3 times in my life, I should have died. It's not yet my time. Life is just like a vacation on earth. Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we'll talk about 3 reasons why you should not fear death. Are you scared of dying? I used to be so scared like you, but not this time. Because I am totally convinced that death is just a transition from this physical dimension to another dimension. It ends my physical life, but not my spirit. You see, awareness or consciousness of this truth, or you may call it a concept, has liberated me from fear of death. Thus, I'm sharing you now. I'm also convinced that we all have a divine time to die. 3 times in my life, I should have died. It's not yet my time. You see, the culprit behind all this fear is the belief of what happens after we die. And this is downloaded to us where we were young, taught to us by culture, by religion, and we didn't even question, we just accepted the belief. I was raised by pagan parents, and the belief is totally different. When my mother's mother was dying, she said to my mother, "Look, my parents who were already dead, and my grandparents and aunties and uncles are now here to take me with them. So I am leaving you. I am going with them. So you have to take care." And then she died. So the concept of death in our culture is you are going to a different place where all the dead are there. Then I went to the only Catholic school in our town, and they taught us about their belief about God. You have to join their church by being baptized so that you can go to a heaven, and all those who are not are going to a burning hell. Let's not delve into that. Whatever your belief is, whatever religion you are in, it's your choice. You can always discover. That's why we are talking about the 3 reasons why you should not fear death. Number 1, we are infinite spiritual beings living in a finite physical body that existed before the foundation of the world, and this is validated by scriptures. Whatever your belief is, again, I respect. But I would rather believe the account of the scriptures which says, God said, "Let us make man in our own image and likeness." So they got the clay from the ground and mold it into their own image and likeness. And when everything was done, and they breathed into its nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. What happens when we die? The Spirit of God which was breathed into its nostrils will return to God, and the dust from which man was made of will return to earth. This is personal testimony. This pandemic, I came across the teachings of Neville Goddard, and he has a mentor, a utopian Jew, and he speaks about the psychological meaning of scriptures. One person who spoke with Ezekiel and Isaiah of the Old Testament, he had a face-to-face encounter with David of scriptures, a magnificent, handsome young man of about 20-year-old, 6-footer. So he says, when we die, we do not lose identity. We actually go back to that state when we were young, about 20 plus, and live in another dimension. In fact, in a dream, he met his daughter. A little girl of about 5-year-old was saying to him, "Daddy." He said, "Why are you calling me Daddy?" He said, "Because you are my father." And he said, "If I am your father, what is your name?" "My name is Victoria." "Okay, Victoria, when are you coming to planet Earth?" And Victoria said the date. His daughter was born on the same day that was stated. Besides that, I was privileged to attend an energy healing summit with 165 energy healers all over the world. And one lady's story stood out with me because she was born knowing how to communicate to plants, trees, animals. She could communicate with them, and she thought that that was natural phenomenon for everyone. And one of the experiences that she related was when the family went to the park. So they put up the tent placed the baby inside and told her to watch over the baby while they go and get food. When they left her, she was kind of bored, so she left the tent and went to talk to that big tree, and they were having very good conversation until all of a sudden, in the middle of the tree, like a curtain was open, and she was looking at that tent where her brother is. A pick-up vehicle going to run over the tent. So she stood up right away and ran to her brother, picked the brother up. And as soon as she went out from the tent, that car that was driven by crazy youngsters ran over that tent. That stood out for me. And another lady was talking about she chose her parents when she was born. And when she was 5 months old, her brother died. She was in the hands of her mother when the news that her brother died came. So that the mother was wailing and crying, all the tears are falling down on her. And she was so frantic. She wanted to assure her mother that the brother did not die because she is looking at him. But of course, the mother had no idea because that baby is only 5 months old. I had so many other experiences during that summit. And I firmly believe that we are really spirits living in a temporary body. To those who are aware of the Hicks publication, there was an incident where Jerry Hicks bought the original manuscript of Think and Grow Rich. And what had been boggling in his mind was there was a chapter that was removed. It's not in the printed article, but it's in the original manuscript. And it was talking about vibration, which is not in the Think and Grow Rich book published. She had been imagining and imagining. Then one time, because the wife is a channeler, the wife held him by the hand and brought him to the car and said, okay, the spirit of Napoleon Hill is here. You can ask him why. So they had a long chat, and Napoleon Hill said it was the publisher who did not like it to be published. And I think that may be right because at that time, nobody was talking about vibration. So it would have been totally new. So it's just right that it happened. Believe it or not, we do not truly die. Number 2, science validates it. We are made of protons, electrons, neurons, or commonly known as cells, molecules, and atoms, which is the same component of the whole universe. Simply stated, we are all energy, vibrating in different levels of frequency. This is science, not religion. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transmuted to another form. In fact, there's a current study that the human body is 99.9999999% energy and only 0.0000001% matter. And yet, we focus our attention on that tiny matter. So in science, they usually call it universal consciousness, life force, or source energy, prana, chi, to some cultures, or universe, for short. The third reason why we should not be afraid to die is we are born to die. Awareness of this impending mortality becomes a reminder for us to prioritize our most valuable possession, which is our health. Then our family or friends, that requires us to be happy, joyful, at peace with them, sense of fulfillment when we help them. So it comes with a desire for contribution for the betterment of this community we are in, whether online or offline, before we die. In scriptures, only Hezekiah was warned by God in a dream to prepare his house because he is going to die, which he argued and presented evidence that what he is doing is good for humanity, for his community. So God extended his life for 15 years. I was taught humongous lessons on death. That's why I don't fear anymore. I'm ready for it. I know of a man in our workplace. He survived a car accident where the jeep that he rode with plunged into the ravine and all the passengers died except him. Not even the vehicle was pulled out because it's total wreck, but he survived. 3 months later, he didn't wake up from sleep. A fellow employee went to take a bath in the morning, and her children, curious what took her so long, she's not coming out. When they went inside, she's already dead. Another co-worker is a nurse by profession. That evening, I saw them celebrating our victory because the admin group won on the tournament. The following morning, he did not wake up, and on and on. So I had to teach my children, as young as they are, I had to prepare all the papers needed when I am dead. And I had to tell them that in case something happened and I be required to be resuscitated, I told them, no, let me die. You see, it's a sigh of relief. If you also believe we are born to die, means that life is just like a vacation on earth. We are here for fun, for adventure, exploration, to dream of a great life while living on earth. Enjoy every moment. Have freedom to do what we want to do. The latest trip we had before pandemic, 7-day trip to Japan. So we had planned destination. Do you have a destiny in life? And when we went there, oh my God, the parks were awesome. They're amazing. I cannot even describe. So every place we went, we savored every moment because we knew only 7 days. It was temporary. It's not our home. It's not our country. We taste the food we want to taste. In fact, there was one day where everybody was free to visit wherever they want to go because we know it. We are temporary tourists. I hope you're getting some aha moments. Let us enjoy life. We are only on vacation on earth. Let's spread love. Let's smile more. Let's dream more and be a blessing to others. Are you realizing now that this is actually what matters most at the end of our lives? And this is what they call spiritual awakening. The knowledge of who you are. What is your purpose on earth? To serve humanity, to help others. So in summary, scriptures say, we are the temple of the living God. Validated by science, we are all energy, and energy cannot be destroyed or created. It can only be transformed to another form. And that we are born to die. So let's rejoice and be glad every moment of our life as long as we are breathing and be of service to humanity. Let us therefore love one another because we are all connected. We have only one parent, by the way. Thank you for watching to the end. If this video resonates with you or learned anything at all, please comment below, and I would highly appreciate some comments for clarity below. Service to others is the highest source of fulfillment to the giver. Finally, I'd appreciate your kindness and generosity if you could kindly click the like button below and subscribe to my channel, because I am committed to post one video a week just to inspire, share knowledge and experiences that can enhance every viewer's body, mind, and spirit confidence. Thank you so much. See you next video. I love you.